it's been like a really good minute. And so that's why we are in my Minecraft survival world once again. Okay. Yeah, this is the state of things. You know, we're back. That's just kind of what's happening right now. And so, you know, we look around and nothing has changed. Probably because I didn't change anything. Oh, it's really loud in here. I forget how loud some of these places get. But yeah, we're back, and I think, yeah, this was the last thing that we did, which was the wool farm. And if I go check on it real quick, it's been doing okay numbers. I think this was after I did a pretty hefty AFK session, and so it is working. We've got some really nice amounts of wool coming in. The only this is my concrete. The only issue with that is I don't have a use for it. Typically how these have gone is I'll have an issue or a need or something, and then I'll make something that fulfills it, right? So you have like the wool farm, the kelp farm, the bamboo farm. I think the house back there was actually just for fun. And same with like the sniffer sanctuary. I don't have any like outstanding needs, and that is so, it looks so good from a distance. And you actually get up there, right? You actually get up here, and it... Oh. Wait, it looks a lot better than I remember. Okay, so as I have begun bleeding on my fingertip, I'm going to just kind of run around very aimlessly as I explain before actually, like, doing anything of value, because it is my right middle finger, and I kind of need that if I want to like click things. Basically, I think that to get back into things, what's most important is going to be just solving the problem I've had. Not fulfilling a need necessarily, but just something that has bugged me. That has bugged me about this world, and I think is part of the reason I have such an avoidance to playing on this world, which is just that it's not pretty. It doesn't look good. This world does not inspire me. I'm not inspired whenever I log on here. Right? Like I look over here. This is inspiring. This inspires me, right? Or this inspires me. Or like that has inspired so many of my builds. But like okay. You get what I'm saying? Right? Which is, I think, the reason why this video is going to have a very large bit of, well, the goal is going to be beautification. I want to make everything better. Like this still needs to be finished. I don't know if this is gonna I don't know if I'm gonna get around to this today, but it'll eventually get done. This building, I still feel like it's missing something. Just made it, already have problems with it. There needs to be something in the middle. There needs to be something of interest in the middle. I think. This needs to be finished. This I could probably do today if I don't add the farms yet. It needs a roof. It needs... This... I thought this building looked so good at the time, but there's very little of interest with the shape. And these corners are very harsh. And it's going to be a tower. And if I'm going to have a tower, I need something to go around it. Whenever you have a big, tall building, you need something around it, which is part of the reason why this one's bad too. You need to balance it out on the sides. This one works because it's tall, but it's also wide. And there's something to look at. It's not just one continuous bridge. this isn't interesting because there's no details. There needs to be windows. And also, the colors kinda suck. This was built as like my cherry house, but I might honestly change that. I might make this spruce, or well, spruce is the most likely. I'm not gonna lie, but there needs to be a change, you know? And the biggest thing of all is the terrain. The terrain around here makes me so sad because, like, you might not know this, right? If you didn't watch the last episode, and you haven't been watching this series, this is a lake. That's why the grass looks so bad here. This is all on a lake. This is all on a lake because I decided whenever I started this world that I liked right there. And I thought this was like a little neat island that was right here. This, from down there, right, where this curve starts, this block is a lake, keeps going, right? This is where it ends. Like, I made this ground. That's why the terrain looks weird here. That's why it's so flat. It needs more going on. The land needs to inspire. It's really hard to get inspired when you just have a flat surface. That's why I don't really like super flat worlds. I also don't like this guy. This stand looks so much better now. I don't know, maybe he'll come back eventually, but can I? Yeah. Yeah, it's just... He's still here. He's still here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But you come over here, right? And I'm gonna ender pearl again. And it's so much more inspiring because you have texturing on the land. You have a big building, but there's land that supports it. There is something of interest going on around it. There's a beach. The beach works because, like, the dock works because there's a beach. You know, there's something going on. And so I probably need to plan that out. Alright, so I've got this opening Krita. But I have all of my entrances highlighted. And so really what needs to happen is we need to go from about here over to here. And then it's probably going to be a turn through here, which would make a little alleyway. And then go into there. And I'd kind of like to expand over here and make a bridge. Over here, that means that we would need something, and we would need something right here, and something here. But I'd probably end up, I want to say, wrapping around through here, which also gives the opportunity for another path through here, one that goes through here, connecting to there. I don't know about here, but it's probably going to be another one of those. After that, it's probably, you know, just a straight shot there. And then I want to say another corner here. Down here is where it really gets difficult to connect. And so it would probably end up being just a bunch of different things in there. And then, you know, walking down through here, find a way to connect these two. I want to keep going with my little market stalls. And so, add something through there. And that, you know, that could also be bigger. Just make like a little street through here that connects to there. Should also need something here, something here. And then there's like the possibility that we could do an alleyway through here. or not, would probably go back through there. Just continue that. And then maybe keep streets around here. And connect through there. Which would mean... Oh wait, no, this is the iron farm. So iron farm would need about that much space to itself, I would say. Or like that much. And then all of this space would need to be occupied. And all of this space would need to be occupied. And I don't really want this to be the end, so I'd kind of want to connect this over to something in this little, I don't know if you'd call it like a delta, that can then branch off, rejoin this, get some buildings going on over here, you know, maybe some stuff in the water, and then path through there that leads down. That's what's kind of going on in my brain. I just had to draw it out. And so now I've got a plan, and I actually made that plan before I recorded anything else. I think detailing this building is going to make it a lot easier. And I do think I'm going to change the color scheme. Because this is not working. This is not pleasing me. It upsets me. This greatly upsets me. And this little sheep pen is really one of the main issues that I'm experiencing. And so I think I'm just going to get rid of it. There's probably a bit of an explanation in order for where I've been all this time. In an ideal world, I'm able to give you a little bit of a tour of the realm that's taken so much of my time recently, but servers are down. So I'm going to settle for just showing a few little screenshots on screen right now, or rather having editors show them. And, you know, that's one cause of it. Another is I did get back into my own survival world, and so, like, my free time has been spent mainly just doing a lot of other things. Another game that I've picked up recently is the new Pokemon game, ZA, which I'm just absolutely loving. You know, I've been a pretty big Pokemon fan really all my life, and ZA might be the most fun I've had in a Pokemon game. First game I played was XY, and ZA is probably the best of all the Switch games, for sure. And so my free time has been spent with other games. I don't know if I've talked about it on the channel before, but I make short films for... I have a school program where, you know, we make short films. I have a film program at my school, and we do a lot of the competitions that go on. I'm our club president, and so I have to be in charge of kind of organizing most of the things. I'm the president of our club, and so I have to do a lot of the organizational stuff, but I also do a lot of it just kind of on my own, like separate from the program with my friends. We've entered 2 competitions since the last upload, I think. Yeah, 2. And those take... well, those are both 48-hour competitions. And so, I will say, if you're wondering, I won... well, we won Best 48-hour film for one, with Best Use of Prop. And the other one we just got Best Use of Prop. And so, things like that take a lot of time. I was in a play. My school did a Midsummer Night's Dream. That took time too. You know, I have had school. I haven't really ever talked about academics. I'm in 3 AP classes this year, right? Yeah, 3. And so that is also time consuming. You know, some nights that calculus homework hits hard. I try to get it done during school, but 50 questions is not always doable. And so schoolwork takes a lot of time. And I'm also going to college next year. Or this year now. Because it's 2026 now. Hey! But, you know, getting all of that in order, I'm still trying to make a decision. I still have a few places that I want to apply. I do think I'm going to end up staying in state, which was not my original plan. I wanted to go out of state. I wanted to go far out of state. I moved at a young age to Alabama. Or not young, I was 10. So less than half my life has been here. I have wanted to move back. It's always been my plan from college, for college to move back. But I realized when the cost gets up to $250,000 to $500,000 in state, I could go to really any school in state actually, and get full tuition. And then there's some that would offer me housing too. So it's just one big figuring things out, and that takes a lot of time. And here we are. Oh, I just got hit. Oh, no, stop. Yeah, I wanted to do a really fancy reveal with shaders and everything. But it's raining. Which is not nice. But, I mean, you can still... It still looks good. Hang on, I love shaders sometimes. Oh! Oh, look at that! These are the complementary Reimagine shaders. But this is what it looks like. Yeah, very different vibe from before, but I still like it. I'm not sure how I feel about the banners. In the back... back's not great. I've got these little chimneys because I wanted to add something to distract you from the fact that the sides don't have much detailing. That side's not too bad. But if you look at this one, before I put in the banners, it just looked like that all the way through. That's what the back looks like. And so I was hoping that with these little chimneys, I could distract you from that, and also from like this big corner. And it works. It definitely does work. It draws your eye away from it. And then I added in these banners because I felt like it needed some color. And so we've got little red and green for watermelon, and we've got orange and green for pumpkin. I've got a little awning and a farm going on, just so it makes it feel lived in. Because I want it to feel alive. And I've got these hanging copper lights, because I thought it would be cool if it looked like it was kind of like industrial fantasy, I guess? I don't know, I think they look cool. They look like whoever's in here knows their way around some gadgets, or somebody in town knows their way around some gadgets and installed them. Kept this clock. It was already there. I'm assuming it was there for a reason. If not, oh well. Inside is still nearly identical, as you can tell. I think this is just the last remnant of this building before the remodel. Which is really funny. Because it goes through to this side too. And you can just see all the framework where I've expanded it. And going from by far the weakest building in this world to probably one of the stronger ones. I'll take that any day. I didn't want to just have to default to the spruce and dark oak because I do it a lot, everybody does it a lot, but I didn't want to, one, have to do all the frame again because I don't know what else I would use. I considered using crimson wood from the nether, but I just didn't like it. I like to make sure every building has its own little signature in a way, and I think the deep slate and mangrove is exclusive to this building. Yeah, that's cobblestone. And so I don't want to take away what makes it special. I have been in love with the shelves. If you think back again to the realm shots at the beginning, shelves are in, I think, every building there, almost. I think every building except one of them uses them, because I love making an arch. Already, things are kind of coming into mind now that I've planned out where buildings need to go. Because I think it's important that you let buildings tell a story on their own, which is where a lot of these fail. This one succeeds. I think the Sniffer Sanctuary can succeed. The house, it's really just a house. But like here, you know, you have like an old mage lives here, and they're doing some really just insane magic. They're observing the stars to make sure that everything's in line before they start. That looks cool. You can't convince me that that doesn't look good. I like it. I was a bit worried about it looking Christmassy, but I think it's fine. I think this might always be my favorite build on this world. My Sniffer Sanctuary that has already been rebuilt once. Yeah, I have lightning rods around it. In case you are new, this building was struck by lightning at the end of a thunderstorm, and so the fire that started didn't go out, and it burnt down the whole thing. And either there's a sniffer walking around somewhere, or there's another dead sniffer to add to their extinction, because there used to be two. Time for the comment of the day.
Today's comment of the day is not existent.
There were no comments last episode, so no comment of the day today. I do think that is going to be where we end this one. Keep in mind, I don't know why I'm saying keep in mind. I have really big plans for the future of this world. I don't want to just abandon it. And so, sometimes there will be some really big breaks because I don't feel like making a video, but at the end of the day, I don't want to lose this world because it means a lot to me. There's a lot in here that, I don't know. While I was making this build, I watched Your Name for the first time. And it was also, at the same time, like, I remember, I think Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 was still coming out. And so, it was one of the days where I just wasn't watching that. I was just listening to music. There's somewhere I was just listening to music. This one? Man Called Otto. Oh, this one was Linus Tech Tips videos. And so, like, I remember my individual inspirations with every build. Like, Doc, the Night Market from Stardew Valley. I started this series in summer of 2023. That was the summer of my freshman year of high school. So between freshman and sophomore years, this is what I started. Almost all of my high school career. Thank you so much for watching. Like it if you enjoyed, but that's really all I have. So, hopefully I'll see you in the next one.